Okay, so today's demo will be talking about toning at level. And this is the client that we had before that we have pre-lifted in a, we pre-lifted them. Let's see. And you can see that there is pieces that are much blonder. And its original, and the client's original color is right here. Let's go ahead and determine what levels we're working with. So in most color line books, they're going to have a natural hair color swatch finder. It's like, and your swatches, it's quite literally a levels 1 through 10 or 2 through 10. The natural levels as featured in your color book, right? So this will help you. In your color books, you'll have one of these and you can use it to match the natural level of your client. Also, in mine, I have the contributing pigments, warm, up to butter blonde. As you can see here, you can see from levels 2, 1 up to level 10 what your contributing pigment will be. And this one takes it one step further and even shows you the different hair densities and the texture of the hair. So it's showing you the texture, whether it's coarse, average, or fine. All right, so not all color lines will show you this, but most of them definitely have all 10 levels and your contributing pigments. So to make check your client's level, there's a couple ways to do it. You can get this guy up and you can pick the hair that's been lightened. Here's a piece that's been lightened, and I am checking where my piece sits within the scale, okay? Now, is this piece exactly the same shade as this? No, it is not. We are looking for the tonal value on the scale of whether it falls between 1 through 10. With this piece that's been lightened, I am very clearly able to see that it is indeed darker than my level 9. Looks a little darker than my level 9, but it's lighter than my level 8. All right. It's a little, and if I go through the ends here, if I notice as I get to about the ends, my ends get closer to level 9 and level 10. Okay, so it looks like we got a little bit of levels, a little bit of a level 8, 9 at the top, closer to a level 10, right? So what I'm gonna do to tone this hair is I'm in between levels. So what happens is if I go with the lighter level, the toner may not affect the hair at all, right? So if I go with level 9 toner, if this in here is between level 8 and 9, it's likely that the level 9 toner will not have much effect. So I'm either going to have to add a little bit of level 8 to it since it's kind of in between, right? So I have a bit of an effect. Let me see, check my messages. All right, great. So the colors I have here, let's see here. I have a level 8 natural. I have a level 8 natural, and my client said that they wanted it to be less warm. They wanted something that was a little bit cooler in shade. So what I'm doing here is, when I looked at my contributing pigments, I noticed that my level 8, 9 has a bit of coppery tones in it. Very so slightly. A little bit of salmony, coppery tones. It's a little red. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to go in with an ash violet. I have a little bit of warmth in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do equal parts of my 8 neutral and my 9 ash violet. And I'm going to tone it using my 10 volume developer. And we're going to watch it. We're going to watch it turn. And I'm hoping I'll get a more neutral shade than what she has here in the front. Okay? So I'm going to put on my gloves. I'm going to observe my safety. I'm going to put on my gloves. I'm going to go rinse the one side so we have one side that's wet and the other side that's dry for the application. And then I'll mix my color. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to be applying the toner. And I have one side wet, one side dry to show how the toner takes differently on both sides and see if we see a very notable difference. I'm still going to, chances are you'll be applying toner at the shampoo bowl when you're finished up doing one of your lightning procedures. However, you can always take your client back to your chair and apply the toner there if you want to exhibit more control over how you apply the toner. So in which case, I'm just going to secure this, her wet hair for a little bit, and I'm going to apply the protective cream. I'm going to go with, maybe my client has sensitive skin. So I'm going to apply a little bit of protective cream to protect my client. Okay, cream applied. I'm gonna go ahead and mix my my mixture, and I decided to go with equal parts of level 8 and level 9. My level 8 is a neutral. My level 9 is a ash. It's an ash violet. All right, just give me a moment. I'll be right back. I made sure to pre-measure out an ounce of 10 developer. You know what? That's going to be a lot of product. Let me go ahead and take a little bit of that out because that means I'm going to overmix, and I don't want to do that. All right, great. All right, and I am doing I went ahead and did a ½ ounce of developer, and I am going to, I'm sorry, I went with, yeah, a ½ ounce of developer, and I'm gonna do a quarter ounce of each, so we have equal parts. Okay. I'm making sure that the mixture is fully mixed together and both colors are fully emulsified in the bowl along with the developer. I made sure to pre-measure out my developer. Making sure that my mixture is not lumpy and it is properly mixed to a smooth paste. That way the color is fully emulsified. All right. Be aware of whether you're left-handed or right-handed. This way you're not crossing over and doing the disco slide when you're grabbing your product. In this case, I'm going to use a tiny bit of saran wrap to protect my client, so when I rest the hair, it won't rest directly on their skin. That'll help me a little bit. The protective cream is holding it in place. You can also choose to pin it like that. Okay. So when applying the toner, you can apply with a brush or you can apply with your hands, whichever gets it on the fastest. Again, since we're toning at level, if you get a little bit of the toner on the other hair, it really shouldn't be too big of a deal. However, you want to preserve the integrity of your client's hair, so you want to avoid adding color in places where the color doesn't belong. Now, some hairdressers like to cut corners, cut time, and some of them just throw toner over the whole head of hair. That is a waste of product. It might be fast to throw it in there and massage it in. However, if you're only toning a specific area, you are indeed wasting product and money and time. So it's like double, triple loss there. You're losing time. With time is money. You're losing money because you didn't charge for that. Everything in our business is how much time is it going to take? What should it cost? I'm making sure that the saturation is even throughout the entirety of the strand of hair. Making sure I'm fully saturated there. All right, moving to the other side. This is on dry hair. It's important to still section the hair and apply evenly throughout. The reason being is if you put more product, just like in any place, if you put a product more in one area concentrated than the other, it's going to develop differently. And notice how I'm massaging it into the hair a little bit. Again, I'm ensuring that the saturation is even and that the product is fully getting pushed in to through that hair. And I'm using my tool to push it through. Like I'm putting my hand out like this and I'm pushing the product in, making sure that it is fully saturated through. I'm pulling the hair in different directions to ensure even saturation. All right. Great. Let me get a little paper towel. Pulling it out of my torn paper towels bag. Should have pulled it out before, but not a big deal. I'll make a new baggie later. Taking the excess color off my hands. I used a paper towel because I didn't have my towel next to me and I didn't want to use the client's draping. Perfect. And I'm just quickly detailing, making sure I have no product anywhere it shouldn't exist. Again, you're dealing with a color that's lighter than her natural tone, so if you got a little bit on there, you just wipe it off, no problem. No problem. You'd only have a problem if you were going darker, okay? So with that being said, we're gonna leave this toner on for the recommended manufacturer's amount of time, which is a 35 to 45 minute process. I'm going to be supervising my client and making sure that we don't over process and that the toner does not over darken. So I'm going to go ahead and set my timer and we will get back to it once she is fully processed.